Hi there, this is Karen Deis from Mortgage Currency, and this is the April 2013 Rule and Regulation Updates. I'd like to start out with Consumer Finance Protection Bureau updates because that's what seems to be on everybody's mind right now. If you'll recall, we started to dissect the Loan Officer Compensation Rule and the Qualified Mortgage Rules. It doesn't go into effect until January 2014, so what we did was dissect it piece by piece, and in this issue you'll read Part 3 of the Loan Officer Compensation Rule, which covers loan originator identification numbers and qualifications. And then Part 3 of QM covers how to qualify a person based on the highest monthly payment. It's complicated stuff, but stay tuned because the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau has announced that they're going to issue an FAQ to explain what they had already explained in their rules. So we'll keep you up to date on that too. Now, on to Fair Housing and Consumer Finance Protection Bureau because it's on their radar. We've heard through very reliable sources that they've hired additional people just to monitor and audit companies to make sure that they're charging a uniform rate for everybody. And if you don't, you have to have a good reason why somebody is getting a higher or a lower rate. Now, it's really exciting because we added Tammy Butler, who is a fair housing expert, to the advisory board, and who also wrote an article this month sharing a haunting story about a fair housing audit that she was recently involved in. Now, this is so complicated that Tammy has provided you with the Fair Housing Compliance Checklist that you can use with every single file. This one piece of paper alone may keep you out of fair housing marketing jail. Now, in other news, USDA decided not to make any changes to the loan limits or eligible communities until September 30th, 2013, and again, that may be extended. I want to tell you that if the Congress had not acted to extend this based on the 2010 Census Bureau, it would have kicked out over 900 eligible communities. There was one update in this announcement you may want to read about. What USDA considers a real honest-to-goodness loan guarantee request. So there's a list of documentation that needs to be submitted. And if these documents are not submitted by the September 30th date, it'll kick into the new information as far as loan limits and eligibility. From the Fannie side of things, they're updating DU 9.0 on May 18th to include a few more details on exactly what's needed to document your files, which is a good thing here. For example, if your borrower had a collection or charge-off, Fannie says that that does not endanger their lien position on the house. So the additional instructions are going to state that the lender does not need to provide documentation to show that they are paid off. So as I said, they were expanding the explanations. You'll also find examples of additional sample messages and what they'll look like when you read this article. FHA now, if you are working with the Philadelphia or Denver HOC offices, they've implemented new FHA processing procedures. Now, first of all, this does not apply to Atlanta or Santa Ana. It's just Denver and Philadelphia. And you're going to find the following forms under the charts and checklist section: the case cancellation, the case transfer, case reinstatement forms, and the MIC correction forms. These are now to be used for Philadelphia and Denver, and if you don't use these forms, your request is going to be denied, and it's going to delay things as far as your processing. And now from VA, and more on the Veterans Information Portal, or VIP. Now, a few months ago, we wrote an article about how you had to update everybody who did business with VA who also had access to the VIP portal. You had to update your information. Now, the changes are made for security reasons because They wanted to make sure that the VA borrower's personal information did not get hacked. So if you're an admin user and you've completed the first part of the process based on the information a few months ago, now you'll need to log on and complete part 2 of the process. In addition, everyone who is an admin user, VA is now going to be sending an email about every 75 days or so with all the VIP user lists. They'll also ask a certain number of you to validate your information on the VIP list, and if you fail to do so, it's going to kick everybody out, not just you, but may shut down the company, and you will, the VIP portal may be deactivated, which can be a real pain. Now, just a reminder, Mortgage Currency was also created with a marketing component in mind to keep your real estate agents, builders, customers, and past clients up to date on the mortgage rules and regulations too, and in a language that they're going to understand. So you'll find mortgage talking points flyers, you'll find charts and checklists, Facebook posts that you can just cut and paste and add your contact information, and automatic tweets that you just press a button and it's automatically posted to your Twitter account. So thanks so much for listening to the April 2013 updates. And why subscribe to Mortgage Currency? Because getting a loan approved and closed these days is rocket science.